right now. Our satellite coordinates Galaxy 17 K16 slot C, downlink 12024.5V. A few reminders, if you're just joining us, as a courtesy to your fellow media members as well as the coaches and student athletes, please silence all cell phones. Provide your name and media affiliation each time you ask a question during the press conferences. If you're joining on Zoom, please use the raise hand function for questions, and no recording on cell phones or cameras is allowed today.
Right.
With us from Indiana, we have senior forward Trayce Jackson-Davis, we have senior forward Miller Kopp, and redshirt senior forward Race Thompson. Any questions for the student athletes?
On sort of win one, lose one, win one, lose one for the last month or so. I know a lot of that's the nature of the Big Ten schedule and such, but now that we're here in the NCAA tournament where it's one and done, what changes in regards to the laser focus and such and when you get out on that floor where every possession is going to matter even more now?
I think that just the biggest thing for us is just preparation. We've had a lot of time to prepare, and you just got to take it one game at a time. Obviously, it's a win or go home, and so we just got to play as hard as we can each and every game, and it starts with Kent State, and that's all we're worried about right now.
I guess, Trayce, for you, how do you balance that? Do you think at all about wherever the reality that wherever this journey ends in the next 3 weeks, you know, this is the end for you, and all you've talked about wanting to grow into being a leader, a captain, all the things you've accomplished at Indiana, ultimately there's kind of a time limit on them no matter what. Do you think about that at all? Do you process that, or do you just sort of lock that away?
I really don't think about it that much, honestly. I just always think about just being there for my teammates, just taking it all in, and just taking it one game at a time. Right now we have to focus on Kent State, and if we lose, yes, it is our last game, and so that's all we got to focus on. We can't focus on anything else past that. They're a great team, and we're ready to get to work.
Rick Bozich, WDRB in Louisville. Jay Billis has picked Kent State to beat you guys. A lot of people doing the brackets have picked against you. Are you guys aware of that, and what's your response to it?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, we still got to go out there and play the game. I mean, people make brackets for fun, so, I mean, it's all fun, but we're going out there to win the game, and that's the goal at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if people pick us or not. We think we can win any game.
Yeah, I agree. It's you know, like Ray said, everybody makes a bracket, and you know, picks whatever team they think is going to win, whatever it is. But you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All that goes out the window when you know, the ball goes up, you know, to start the game. So for us, it's about, you know, handling what we can control and going from there.
Abigail Rebel, Times Union. What challenges will Kent State present for you guys?
You want to take that?
I mean, Kent State's obviously a really good team. They're obviously in the tournament for a reason, and you know, they've got some guards that are really good off you know, off the bounce and can dribble and score, and our threat kind of 3 levels. But you know, defensively they're good as well. They junk it up, they run around, they trap. A lot of it seems a little like chaotic at times, but they have. It looks like they have you know, a sense of how, you know, they're rotating and stuff. So you know, they're a good you know, good overall team. But at the end of the day, it's about our principles, and you know, if we stick to our principles, we think we're going to be in a good spot.
I guess for Miller, guard-oriented teams that shoot a lot of threes and try to do a lot of kickouts and such have bothered you guys at times this year, but you've seen enough of that now to know. Is the preparation of what all you've been through to prepare for this game, is a lot that you can build on from what you've already experienced this year?
Yeah, I think you know, one of our best attributes as a team and staff is learning from our losses. You know, taking them as lessons and, you know, applying them all to now, I think is the biggest thing. You know, we've played and put ourselves in a position right now to you know, be you know, in this spot, and so we're going to take every lesson, every loss, and you know, use it now, and you know, hopefully, you know, use it as a culminated type deal to where you know, that other stuff doesn't, you know, hurt us like it did before.
Yeah, Trayce, you've seen every trick defense there is. What do you expect Kent State to do? Do you expect to be doubled, or do you expect them to mix it up, zone? What do you expect?
I expect it all, honestly. I think that just depends on where I catch the ball at. They do heavy digs a lot. They might double from the weak side, but I feel like my passing has gotten so good that they really just can't just come out and just double me and send a guy because I see it coming. I already know where the ball is going to go. And so I just think that they'll mix it up, try to do different things, and hopefully they'll try to find something that works for them. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to be aggressive and attack whenever I can. So that's basically what I think.
Brad Warrenville, Beacon Journal. This one's for Race. Looking at sincere carry for them, what does he bring to the game? How does it translate on the court? And just how important is it to make sure that you guys don't let that guy go off?
He's a really good player. I think their team goes as he goes a little bit. And, I mean, we know that. We know he's an aggressive guard, can get downhill, score from all three levels, like Miller said earlier. But I think that one of our best attributes is playing team defense. And if we can get our team defense clicking, I think we'll be in a good spot.
Dalton Godby from WDRB in Louisville. All three of you guys played in that first 4 game last year in March, then had to fly across the country to play in that next game. How different has this experience been just in the last couple of days, and do you feel more confident than you did last year?
Absolutely. I think last year was just kind of just a cluster. It was like very, very rushed, as in a sense we were in the Big Ten tournament, and then we just had to get on the road, drive to Dayton, play a game the next day, then fly out that night at 4 a.m., get there at 9 a.m., do what we're doing right now, and then play a game. And it was just kind of everything was so on top of each other that we didn't even get a chance to enjoy what being in this tournament and what it's truly about. And so I think just getting here 4 days early, having preparation, having rest, I think it's huge for us and our team, and I think it'll help us for this game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're in a different spot, physically and mentally. We've had some time off from the Big Ten tournament. It hasn't been such a quick turnaround, and mentally, also there wasn't the question marks of like if we would get in at all. So that's kind of given us a boost of energy in terms of our preparation too. So it's definitely a better spot to be in.
Zach Osterman, Indianapolis Star. For any of you three guys, for a team that doesn't press a lot, Kent State forces a lot of turnovers, and they're really good offensively when they do. What makes them tough in terms of just kind of getting up into the ball and forcing those kinds of mistakes?
Well, they're just super active. They fly around. They usually switch 1 through 4. So in the half court, I think that's when they're best defensively, when all 5 guys are kind of connected and moving on a string and flying around. So they create a lot of turnovers because they come and attack the ball and are kind of unrelenting in terms of how they trap and rotate and defend.
For Ralph Russo, Associated Press, for any of you guys, I'm wondering what it's like to play in a program where standards are very high. Maybe they haven't been met in the relatively recent past. You're bringing that back. Do you embrace trying to be the guys who bring Indiana back to greatness? Is there a special pressure that comes with that? What has that been like?
I wouldn't necessarily think of it as a pressure, but I do take great pride in what I've accomplished here and what I've been able to do, and just the growth of this program in the last 4 years from where I started as a freshman to where I am now. And I think I can speak for the 2 next to me as well. It's been a long time coming and a long time to get to this moment, but just being here, making the tournament for the second straight time, second time in how many, 4 or 5 years. We've accomplished a lot, but our story's not finished yet, and so we just got to take it game by game, and it starts with Kent State, like we said. They're a great team, and it's going to be a battle Friday.
Anyone else?
I would say just pretty much the same thing. We take pride in it. I wouldn't say there's pressure. We love playing basketball, and it's what we love to do. So we go out there, we just try to give it all we got, and this year's been on our side. So I think that we just take great pride in it.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you joining us. We'll have head coach Mike Woodson coming up shortly.